Hi, I'm Mayor Rick Kriseman, and welcome to another episode of the Mayor's Lounge here at the Hideaway Cafe. With me today is Drew Garabo, and our musical guest is the Ben Rogers Band. Thanks for joining us today. Drew, welcome to the Mayor's Lounge. Glad to have you on the show with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you coming.
Absolutely.
Look, before we get started into some of the really serious questions I'm going to hit you with, I want to say thank you. First off, whenever we have a hurricane that's headed our way and we need to get the message out, it's nice to be able to call into your show, talk directly to the people, let them know what's going on here in the city, how we're getting prepared, and what they can expect. So really wanted to thank you for giving us the opportunity to do that.
Well, sure. Thank you for always making time for us. We appreciate it.
So let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Let's go back in time. Tell me, how did you find yourself on Tampa Bay radio?
Yeah, so I was out of radio for 3 years. I was on Orlando radio from 1994 until 2008 when the station that I was working for decided to change the format of a radio station. Those of us who've worked in radio knows that means everybody loses their job. I did. I thought I was done with radio. Went to work for the Orlando Magic as a season ticket account executive. And then out of the blue, an opportunity presented itself at 97X. Started doing mornings there, and then The Bone started a couple of years later. My forte is talk radio, and they said, would you like a show? I said, absolutely. They said, would you do it for a very little amount of money? I said, sure. And
welcome to radio, right?
And here we are in 2019, and I'm still doing it for a ridiculously small amount of money.
I was a broadcast major actually in college and worked at a radio station very briefly. Initially thinking that I didn't want to work nights, weekends, and holidays.
Sure.
But that is a part that comes with the job of being in radio is 3 o'clock in the morning, you may be on the air.
Yeah, you mentioned the hurricanes. To be that voice of comfort and to tell people where they can get gas, water, all that good stuff. It's, that's why we do this.
Although you stayed in it, I left it, the radio business. Now I'm doing the politics, so what's the chance of you potentially running?
Those who know me would tell you there's a ton of skeletons in my closet, and they'd be accurate on that one. But what I find with politics, for every congenial, sincerely concerned individual like a Rick Kriseman, I can't imagine the number of people who get into it with ideals and principles and ethics only to have them compromise the higher they go up the ladder. I feel like I do a lot more good behind a microphone than I could trying to break through the red tape. So you keep doing that, you're safe.
My impression is you do more than just talking on the radio.
Sure.
You're really involved in the community. You've kind of got a special focus. Well, tell us a little bit about that.
Sure, you have a magnificent facility in All Children's Hospital here, and through the Apple a Day organization, I volunteer and bring iPads to kids who undergo chemotherapy there. Yeah, so my son at 7 months old had a tumor on one of his kidneys that required his kidney to be taken out. Fortunately, my son's tumor was benign and we got a great diagnosis, but I'll never forget what it felt like to be there. So really anything I could do to try to provide comfort from that area, I try to do as much as possible. I'm the vice president of the Down Syndrome Association for Tampa Bay. My nephew has Down syndrome. I'm an ambassador for Busch Gardens, so I like to take families in there who are having a little bit of a hard time financially, walk them into the park and have a good day. Every day we turn on that microphone, we have an opportunity to touch lives and enact change, and I try to take advantage of that as much as possible.
And now I'm going to put you on the spot.
Oh, boy.
What is your favorite place to hang out here in the Burg?
Okay, so having driven here to the Burg 5 days a week for the better part of 8 years now, it all depends on my mood. On the weekends, I just love going to downtown St. Pete and walking the streets. You'll dip into Ruby's, you'll dip into Copper Shaker, that's the name of it. That new Metro Diner is nice. Chichio's lovely. You have so many spots here that I'm so jealous of.
See, you can answer that question. I get in trouble when I answer.
Yeah, no, you have to be diplomatic because you're a politician. Me, I have no problem with it. You didn't ask me what sucks, but I wouldn't even tell you that because I'm not looking to ruin anybody's business. I love independent businesses, and even if it's horrible, I won't say so because I believe in the American dream, and that's opening your own place.
Yeah, it is. Well, Drew, I can't thank you enough for,
Sure thing.
First off, for everything that you do in the community, for giving us access to you when we've needed to, and for being on the show today. Really appreciate it.
It's sincerely my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And now we get the pleasure of listening to the Ben Rogers Band hit us up with some great tunes.
Every day I feel like I've been over the sound.